Hello all. I'm sorry if there's any confusion about the live. Wasn't planning to do it. Tried to set something up an hour ago, and for some reason my streaming service wouldn't, well, my streaming app wouldn't pick it up from YouTube. It's really weird. I don't know why. I'm not going to fiddle with it right now. The reason I am coming to you today with absolutely no warning whatsoever on a Sunday, which is not my normal thing for a live, is to go over a few things that I've kind of decided over the last couple of days because last week's announcement was kind of a whirlwind and I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. So, because I was trying to figure out how I could get to this convention economically and stay and participate again economically, I put a call out to you guys saying that I would be trying to go to Chicago for the April convention, Chicago's Comic and Entertainment Convention there in April. I believe it's the 11th through the 13th. I'll double check the dates. At any rate, I have purchased my ticket for 3 days. And because everybody seemed, well, those of you who thought you might go seemed really excited about it and are willing to do some sharing, I thought I would kind of create a place for us to figure this out. And so I do want to start off by showing you that, yes, the main page for the convention once again does say that on February 5th, prices will go up. So get your ticket now if you can. It'll go back around. There we say prices increase on February 5th. February 4th at 11:59 is the last time to get these deals. And speaking as somebody who's gone to a convention or two, it's not a bad price right now. It really isn't. And if you wait a few days, if you aren't sure, you are going to miss out on a savings. Probably about 20% is what I would guess, 10 to 20%. So if you can, and if you know you're going and you have the funds today, I would grab those tickets right now while you can, and just be prepared. Now, I wanted to also say that because I'm going to go anyway, I put in a request, I should say, for some extra guests. And I went to here where you go to guests and you can put in a guest request. Now, again, since I'm going to be there anyway, I thought I would put in a request for a few folks. And I wanted to show you how to get there just in case you decide to join me on this little quest. I'm going to pop into IMBD real quick so you can see the folks that I decided to add to my list of folks that would be really nice if they showed up, and why. As you know, if you're on this channel very often, you hear me talking about Star Trek from time to time. I've got my little Star Trek Legacy thing up here because we are working to get a Star Trek show to be made that they hinted at the end of Picard, and that would be Star Trek Legacy. It's just our made-up name. We don't know what it would actually be called, but it would be starring Jerry Ryan as the captain of the ship. And if you know her at all, there she is right there, Jerry Ryan. She played Seven of Nine in Voyager. She was the Borg, and she became a people. But she does have other things in her what? I don't even know what you got. Other things she's been in: Dark Winds, MacGyver, Devil's Revenge, Bosch, Suspicion, Major Crimes, Against the Wild. She appeared in Arrow, which makes me happy because there was another Borg queen that was in Arrow, although she wasn't a Borg queen for like 2 seconds. NCIS, Helix, Family Guy, The Quest for Stuff, Body of Proof, American Society of Fight. I also think of a couple of other ones. She's been in a couple of Law and Orders that I've enjoyed her in. She was also in Leverage. She appeared in Leverage as another con woman. So she's been around in a lot of ways. If you happen to like Jerry Ryan and you're going to go, you might want to request her. Somebody else I put in a request for, and don't worry, I'm going to get back to our actual stuff here, but I just want to put this out in case anybody wanted to join me. I'm going to show you where we can talk about sharing of rooms and rides while there. This is Michelle Hurd. Isn't she awesome? She was in Picard season 3, and we envision her as being the second in command to Captain Seven of Nine. And she is known for quite a few things. There she's Blind Spot, The Glade, Star Trek Picard, obviously. She too was in Law and Order. She was a regular detective the first season of Law and Order SVU, and then for behind the scenes reasons she was let go. But she too has, oh, and she was in The Walking Dead. I was so excited when I saw her in The Walking Dead because for some reason I was like, oh my gosh, she's another one who's been in both. But yeah, she's been in a lot of shows as well. Oh wow, Cagney and Lacey. I had no idea. Lethal Weapon, Being Frank, Younger, which is one that I have on my list that I have not seen. Daredevil, Search Engine, Jessica Jones, It Had to Be You, Spit on Your Grave. Yeah, so just like, again, she is well known. Oh, she was in the Glades as well. 90210. She was in 90210, the rebooted one. Yeah, so lots of Michelle Hurd out there. And ER. Yeah, I knew I'd seen her in ER. And Bones. Charmed. I do remember being in Charmed. I actually talked to her about that one. So yeah, she's another one. And then, shocker, I hope you hung on, my Outlander friends, because the last one I asked for is Ed Speleers. And I don't know, I always spell his name wrong when I'm spelling it, and I know it when I'm saying it. It's very weird. I'm a very confused person. Because Ed Speleers was in Picard Season 3, and we expect him to be counsel to he's an ensign, counsel to the captain, because his character has all of this life experience and has multiple talents, and so they couldn't just put him in one thing. His character needed to be all over. And gee, what has he been in? Obviously quite a few things. I saw Irish Wish too. That was not great, but he was fun to watch. So again, lots of stuff, and we know him from Outlander. My last two requests, because I only had 5, which I know seems like a lot. Last one is for Todd Stashwick. There he is, right on top. He too was in Picard's 3rd season, but if you are a fan of sci-fi and time travel stuff, you might also know him from 12 Monkeys. Splinter, the Dungeon Run. He was Dracula in Supernatural, the changeling who went from Dracula and was being all the little horror guys. It's like 3rd season, 4th season, early on. So also in Law and Order, because Law and Order is like a requirement for all. For all actors at some point. The originals, yes, the originals, he was the priest at the beginning, who did not make it past the 1st season, I don't think. Criminal Minds, The X's, Warehouse 13, Grey's Anatomy, Revolution. Again, he's a character actor who's just jobbed his way all through Hollywood. Fantastic guy, by the way. I met him a few times. My last one is not an actor, but the person we will hope will write this story, Terry Metalis, and his name I have no problem spelling. So you won't see him in front of the camera, but he has written some really good stuff, including Nikita, Terra Nova, Threshold, Star Trek Enterprise, Star Trek Voyager. He's been a crew on that. He's been a writer for... Picard, Witch Mountain, MacGyver, Night Flyers, 12 Monkeys was his show. Nikita, Terra Nova, Star Trek Enterprise, all writing credits. So, and we also expect he'll be working for Disney here with the new Vision series. So, those are my requests for anybody who's going and happens to like Star Trek or just likes me. Ask for these fellas for me and these gals, because it would be really cool. How cool would it be if Ed showed up? We'll just sit him right next to Sam. It would be awesome. Anyway, that's all I had to say about Star Trek. Let's get back to the fun of this. Now, as I said, when I said, I might go, my problem is finding a place to stay, people to stay with. I wanted to see if anybody would share a room. Quite a few people were interested, so much that I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to coordinate it all. So I started a page on my Discord channel. It is only for this convention. How do you get to it, you might ask? Well, if you go to YouTube, which I will go right now. Let's see, what should I show? Let's go to my last video real quick. And in this fun, all the behind the scenes. Oh, don't want to show a commercial to you guys. No, I would really like not to show a commercial, and we're going to turn off the audio. Look, merch. Win a description. That's what this sucker is. Right below the Katie's Corner in Space thing, you'll see how many viewers. It'll say Katie's Corner in Space. Then there's the merch. Click the more and get to where it says join me on Discord. See this little guy right there? You want to click that. and will take you directly to my Discord channel. You do not have to. You've been invited. My invite's invalid by me. Okay, well, apparently I need to update that. Oh, well. All right, so to get to my Discord channel, let's figure this out then. Aren't I glad I went live to embarrass myself? I can do this. I will make a new one. Let's see, to invite folks. Invite folks. All right. If I were inviting somebody, you would want to go to this address right there. See this? Let's see, where can well, I will just post this into the details of this video in particular. I don't know, maybe the invites are only valid for a certain amount of time, which again, I'm constantly learning stuff about how to run this channel, how to do stuff. So I'm going to replace that Discord link with this one, which will hopefully be good for a while. And if you can't get to it, let me know. Literally, my Discord channel is Katie's Corner in space with no spaces. I would like to show the whole thing, but it won't let me. Let's see here. No, at any rate. So find Katie's Corner in Space's search engine server, that's what it is, and go to the C2E2 Chicago 2025, and in this space is where we can hopefully coordinate who wants to, hi Cynthia. Oh, I will say something to you here in just a minute too. This is where we can coordinate. Do people want to stay in rooms together? Do people want to rent a place from Verbo together? Who's going to do the driving? Who needs a vehicle? If I stay too far away, I'm going to need to either Uber or hitch a ride. That's just the way my life is. So this way we can kind of coordinate those ideas. And hopefully, since we're all Outlander fans or Star Trek fans or both, we will kind of have an idea of the kind of person we're staying with. We can figure out what each other's needs are and hopefully pair up, or 5, 6, whatever, can get the space they need and maybe help each other save a little bit of money. The only real big requirements I've said before, is a bed and a bathroom, and someplace to eat nearby because I enjoy food. But if I'm staying with other people, I'm going to also need a space where I can record and edit if nobody else wants to be involved, kind of by myself. So if we decide we're going to share a room, if we decide we're going to, I don't know, not a hotel room, then a house that we're doing, I would be willing to pay a little bit more or cover gas back and forth to get a space of my own, whether it's a room of my own or I've taken over the office area. What if we do a house? Anyway, you get my drift. I just need a little space to make sure that I can record without too much noise or without bothering the people that I'm rooming with. And of course, if we room together or rent a place together, then you're very welcome to be in the videos if you like. I have no issue with that. It could be a kick. But I did want to show this to you so that if anybody was interested, you could do that. Okay, snores have to sleep in the same room. Oh, snores have to sleep in the same room. Okay, in which case, no, I will not sleep with a snore because I do all the snoring by myself and I don't want competition. Smart Alec. I don't snore as much as I used to. I find when I lose weight, I snore less, but I'm still at that in-between stage where I'm on my way down, but I ain't got there yet. So I know I snore. My husband is very nice about it. That's why I thought an actual Verbo rental or a house is cheaper. I'm sure they're filling up as we speak. Yeah, you know what? I went on Verbo and I looked, and honestly, what I saw of the places that were close enough, unless I wanted to get a cheap room that I'm not sure could lock, it's still going to average to about $100 per person. So if you share a room with 2 or 3 people, I don't know how you want to do this, with 2 twin beds or 2 queen beds, whatever they have, it's still going to come out to roughly the same price, as far as I could tell with the properties that were available now. I have never used Verbo. So again, with this group, hopefully with this group chat, this place where we can talk about it, we can find a space that will work for multiple people, or people can go off and go, oh, you know what? We just want a hotel room and I stay with you. That's fine. If people decide they want to rent a house, that's fine. Yeah. So I've been looking into multiple options. I did find a room for $85, but I couldn't tell from the app how far away it was from the venue, and I worry that the Uber is going to cost as much as that expensive room would have after time. So that's wear earplugs. Did I? You want me to wear earplugs? I can wear earplugs. Oh, for snoring. It's like, I'm trying to be, yeah, for the snoring. So anyway, Cynthia's trying to help me out here, trying to figure this out, and I do appreciate it. I don't know. I wish I could figure out a good way to make this a dedicated link. So I guess if anybody wants a link, what I'll do is I guess I may have to update it every time I do a video and do a little announcement. But I want to try to get these plans figured out sooner rather than later, because as Cynthia says, they're being looked at right now. They're being grabbed up right now. So the sooner we can figure this stuff out, the better, I think. If you're interested in going to the Chicago Convention, you think you're going to go, then just join up in here and we will figure out who's interested, who wants to room with who. Do we want a Verbo? Do we want to get a hotel close by and split? I could just go make my plans and go with it, because I did find a room for $85, and then, you know, even with Uber, it'll be cheaper than the $200 to $300 rooms. But it would be cool to share this experience with others. Oh, one other thing to keep in mind: if you smoke, we're going to have to do the smoking outside, whatever we do in any hotel, which is a given. But I vape, and I don't want to room with the smoker because I used to smoke. I'm really sensitive to it. So I don't, that's the only thing that I'm kind of picky on with who I room, just because, like I said, I have some allergies. I know I shouldn't vape because I have allergies or whatever, but it was just deal with it. It's me. But I do have issues with being around, rooming with a smoker, being in close quarters with a smoker for any extended period of time. I'm sorry. And I have nothing against smokers. Was one for 25 years. Switched to vaping, which was just as hard as quitting. I've quit multiple times, so I can tell you it is tough. But I will tell you right now that it triggers my asthma, it triggers my allergies, it triggers and that's my one picky, terrible thing, I guess. Okay, what else we got? We have Sharon. Hi, Sharon Winter Coach. Hi, Katie from Iowa. Oh, I'm so thrilled for you to get to go have a wonderful time. I appreciate that. I'm actually, that was another thing too. Just before I went on live here, I wrote to the convention's creative person, who the creators content, to find out exactly where I could record, what I could take pictures of, if I could go live. And then my plan is, once I get that back from them, my plan is to talk to the agents, start emailing the agents for Sam, the agent for David Barry, and the agent for Charles Vandervaart, and see if I can convince them to let me do like a 5-minute interview at their autograph table. I don't want to interrupt their day too much, but just like ask a couple of questions. In which case, if I get the go ahead for that, let me tell you, we are going to have fun coming up with some questions together, because what I'll do is we'll pick a guest, and don't do it yet, but I'll pick a guest. We'll start with Charles, and I'll say, everybody submit the one question you would really love to have asked Charles, and I'll whittle them down to 2 questions through a poll with you guys. So it will be the most popular question is the ones being asked, and I will do the same thing for David, and we will save Sam for last. And if I get the chance to do an interview, then I will have questions submitted by you guys and hopefully get that on recording or live, whatever they agree to, if they agree to anything. I just think that would be a kick. And if I have all of these great folks around me who have come with, well, somebody's going to have to hold the camera. So at least one of you, if I get the go-ahead, would just be forced to come with me. We'll see what happens. This is my dream. It may not happen at all. We might be lucky if we say hi and get an autograph. That just may be the way things go. But I mean, if I'm going to do this, why not see if I can get a little bit more out of it than your basic hi and an autograph, right? Gina Hubble was very nice about it at the gathering, so as I've learned, it doesn't hurt to ask. I don't think I have tons more. Okay, that would be so cool. I agree. That would be so cool. Now, I did have one other thing here, and I don't know if I can bring it up without showing. I have sent out the letters, the emails for those of you who would be joining me on a couple next door chat tomorrow. I have Jackie set up for the week after, so I have 2 more spots to fill for the one after that. And I also have the final episode chat started with Diane. So if you would like to be involved in any of those chats in particular, let me know in the mail. The upcoming one for tomorrow is filled. But the last ones, just let me know. Let me know what you'd like to do, and I will make sure I get an email. I know I don't email them out until Sunday. I apologize. I'm not trying to be annoying. Life, and at least that's consistent. I send it out on Sunday, so you know to expect it. This is not a let's chat about the guys. I will have an update set and ready to go. I've got everything. I've got more than enough for a video tomorrow. So maybe you'll get 2 tomorrow. Maybe I'll hold a few things back for my live Tuesday. I will be trying to keep to a schedule of my lives being Tuesday and Thursday at 2:30 Eastern Standard, so that it's a little more predictable for those of you who like to join in on a live when I actually know I'm going to do it. I would have given you guys a warning about this one, but I'm just sitting here going, I got to figure this out, and I need you ladies to help me decide. Well, not help me decide, but see who all wants to be involved, and we can kind of go from there. The only other way I can think of to do invites is if you happen to catch me on Instagram or Facebook, hit my messenger, tell me you'd like an invite to the Discord channel for these discussions, and I will get you a fresh one so people can come and join me. And I'm not in here a lot, but the great thing about Discord that I really like is that it is like having a discussion that you just put on hold. If you have a thought, have a question, you can pop it in here and then check in later. You are able to, if you want to just talk to me personally, you just have to hit at and then type my name, choose the one that matches, and I will get a notification that somebody has written something specifically for me to read in Discord. When I have a chance, it makes it easier for me to keep up with everybody's thoughts and ideas. This is what we use for our Star Trek Legacy initiatives, and it's worked out really well. So I'm hoping it will work well here as well. If you see the Discord link below in the description, hit it. If it takes you nowhere, I would say email, but unless you're right on your email, I don't know if these links aren't lasting as long as I thought or what. But email me, message me, and I will make sure you get a link to this, and we will get this figured out. That is it. I don't want to try to do all the figuring out through email, because if I'm the only one coordinating 3 to 7 different people, it's just too much on me, and I don't want to make all the decisions for everybody. But I think that if we have a place where we can discuss it and figure out what everybody wants, we're going to be able to come up with a plan or two that will work for everybody. And so join me there. Check me out tomorrow at whatever time I put up the video, which is usually around between 12 and 2, depending on life. And hopefully I will see you guys there. And if not, hopefully I will see you guys in Chicago. And if not, I will see you in a later video. Thanks, you guys, for joining me here. Did Sharon had one more? Oh my gosh, yes, please try to get in. Yes, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get an interview. I promise. This is my plan. I'm not an actual journalist, though, and I don't know if they'll take me seriously at all. And I wouldn't blame them if they did. It's not like I've proven my hard-hitting facts journalism, and I'm not E Entertainment. I'm Katie. So I'll do what I can. Try to get you guys as much of the experience as I can. I love being able to share these with you guys whenever I can, whatever bit, whether it's snippets from panels or moments out in the hallways. There's gonna be cosplayers. We're gonna have a fun time. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep babbling if I keep going. If anybody has any questions, email me. If anybody wants to join on Discord, please use that link below. And I will see you tomorrow for more Outlander information. I'm going to make Wednesdays my Star Trek day. So if you are into Star Trek, check me out on Star Trek on Wednesday. And the rest of the times right now is Outlander. It's a rough life. What can I say? I'm forced to talk to celebrities. Anywho, love you guys. And I will talk to you guys later and hopefully see you tomorrow.